Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today. Today, we're going to be talking about the Houston Rockets, and I'm going to be talking about why Aaron Holiday, guard, who the Houston Rockets signed over a month ago on July 6th, who played for the Atlanta Hawks last season, averaging 4 points per game and 2 assists per game, and has had better seasons with the Indiana Pacers in the past, will have a big role this season for the Houston Rockets. With what Kevin Porter Jr. has done over, the past week, what we've heard all the news about him, he is on his way out of Houston. We just heard a new report that Houston Rockets are trying to trade Kevin Porter Jr. in draft compensation and get rid of KPJ. So I don't know what the package back for KPJ and draft compensation is going to be back. It might be a little bit of something. It might be, who knows? I don't think they were going to get a player back for KPJ and draft compensation, because here's the deep side. If a team is trading for Kevin Porter Jr. with what has happened with him, with the assault charges over the last week, and not only that, but the fact that there's a good chance KPJ could get suspended or another punishment after the NBA is done investigating, and maybe after a trial potentially. Who knows? So you're taking a risk on trading for someone who could either be suspended or even a worse punishment. Yes, you are getting draft compensation with that said player, but I don't think the Rockets are going to get anything. Rockets fans, I want you to guys look at some of the other trades the Rockets made this offseason. Look where the Rockets traded Ty Washington and Usman Garuba, and they traded a second-round pick, and I think it was cash considerations as well, to the Atlanta Hawks, Aaron Holiday's team from last season. They traded those. I mean, Ty Washington and Usman Garuba did nothing wrong, like Kevin Porter Jr. This is not. That's not why they were traded. Ty Washington Jr. and Usman Garuba were traded because the Houston Rockets were trying to clear salary cap to try to sign that guy right there, Dillon Brooks. So that's why the Houston Rockets traded Usman Garuba and Ty Washington to the Atlanta Hawks. But they traded Washington and Garuba, a second-round pick, and cash for nothing, just to clear cap space. That's why they did it. So I think if the Rockets are going to trade KPJ and draft compensation, it's probably going to, you're probably not going to receive anything. You're just giving another team to deal with the problem that is on your hands, and you don't have to worry anymore about that contract extension, because Kevin Porter Jr. did sign a 4-year, $82 million contract extension, so you don't have to worry at all about guaranteeing that contract extension. Not only do you have to worry, you don't have to worry about dealing with that contract extension. He's off your plate. So we'll see where he ends up going. We'll see. I think a big thing about this is, how long is it going to take for the Houston Rockets to trade KPJ? All we know right now is Shams reported that the Houston Rockets are trying to trade KPJ and draft compensation to another team after the felony assault charges came out earlier in the week. But that's all we know right now. And with KPJ on his way out for the Houston Rockets, I think a player that will step up big time off the bench for the Houston Rockets, where KPJ was supposed to play at the backup 2 off the bench, is Aaron Holiday. He's someone the Houston Rockets signed to a 1-year, $3.2 million contract on July 6th, and he was expected to be that 11th or 12th man in the rotation and maybe get some minutes here and there. But now with KPJ on his way out, going to who knows where with draft compensation, I think Aaron Holiday has potential to step up for this Houston Rockets team at that guard position. Look at the players off the bench. There is talent off the bench for the Houston Rockets, of course, but at that guard position, you have Fred VanVleet and Jalen Green as the starters. But with KPJ gone, or going to be gone, you have Amen Thompson as the backup point guard. You don't really have a backup shooting guard. And you could, if you Jae'Sean Tate, he's played some, he's played like a point guard, but he's not a shooting guard. He's not a point guard. He can be a point forward for this Rockets team, and maybe you could see him do that every once in a while. And with KPJ on his way out, I think Jae'Sean Tate will have a bigger role this season for the Houston Rockets than I thought he would. So I think guys that will take advantage with Kevin Porter Jr. gone will be Aaron Holiday and Jae'Sean Tate. and Aaron Holiday will probably be the backup shooting guard for the Houston Rockets. Or the backup point guard. It depends how the Rockets want to use him. He's been a point guard throughout his career, but I thought the Houston Rockets would want to use Amen Thompson at the backup point guard, but you could put Amen Thompson at the backup shooting guard and Aaron Holiday as the backup point guard. Let's go over his couple seasons in the NBA. Well, he's been in the NBA since the 2018-19 season. This season with the Hawks, he didn't play that much. He played 63 games with 6 starts. Averaged 4 points per game with 1.5 assists per game. So this was not that great of a year with Atlanta, but the years past have been great for him. Last year he played with the Washington Wizards and the Phoenix Suns. He played 41 games with 14 starts for the Wizards and 22 games and 1 start for the Suns in the 21-22 season. And he averaged 6.3 points per game, 2.4 assists per game, and 2 rebounds per game. 2020-21 season with the Pacers, he averaged 7.2 points per game with 2 assists per game, and he also averaged 1 steal per game. Then 2019-20 season with the Pacers, his best year in his career by far, averaged 10 points per game, 3.5 assists per game, 1 steal per game, and 2.5 rebounds per game. Then he had, in his rookie season with the Pacers in 2018-19 season, he had 6 points per game, 2 assists per game, and 1.5 rebounds per game. And he's a good 3-point shooter as well. He's a really efficient 3-point shooter. Shot 41% with the Hawks last year. Shot 38% with both the Wizards and the Suns in 21-22. Shot 37% with the Pacers in 2021. Shot 39.5% in 2019-20 season with the Pacers, and then in his rookie season shot 34%. So he's a good 3-point shooter as well. And the Rockets struggled at 3-point shooting a lot last year. So to have a good 3-point shooter and a good point guard and a good guard off the bench like Aaron Holiday, I think will be a good weapon for the Houston Rockets with Kevin Porter Jr. on his way out. I think Aaron Holiday is going to be a big part of this Rockets team off the bench. Before Kevin Porter Jr.'s arrest, before all this nonsense has happened with KPJ, I would have said Aaron Holiday is just going to be a regular bench player for the Houston Rockets, and he's going to be a guy that steps up on nights where the Houston Rockets have injury problems. But now I think Aaron Holiday and Jae'Sean Tate, who I thought were going to have trouble getting in the rotation before, are going to step up more than ever with KPJ on his way out. I thought Jae'Sean Tate was going to be in the rotation more for the Houston Rockets, but I thought ultimately with Amen Thompson and KPJ at the guard spots, and then having Tari Eason, Jeff Green, and Cam Whitmore as the backup forwards, it was going to be hard for Jae'Sean to get some minutes. But now with KPJ gone, Jae'Sean Tate can play a little bit at that guard forward position, and so Aaron Holiday can play that backup point guard spot. Amen Thompson can play the backup shooting guard, and Aaron Holiday can get more minutes. He's a good 3-point shooter. He's a good defender. He's a good passer as well, and I think he should have a really solid season for the Houston Rockets this year with KPJ on his way out. I already thought he was going to have an okay season for the Rockets before, but I think he'll even be better. Watch out, Rockets fans, for Aaron Holiday because he's going to be great for off the bench. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy them, your thoughts, and peace out. Go Rockets.